And we're back with another episode of Before You Buy, that show where we give you some straight up gameplay and our first impressions of the latest games releasing. As usual, it's me, Jake, and today we're talking about that new Pokemon Snap. Now, Pokemon Snap finds itself in a pretty interesting place, dude. I mean, the last Pokemon Snap game, the original Nintendo 64 one, was released in 2000 in North America. So we're in 20 years later territory. Isn't it crazy to see how we're still talking about Pokemon all these years later? Anyway, while the original Pokemon Snap was a fun little experience, it was really helped by the absolute Pokemania craze, where it had shot to an insane degree of mainstream popularity. Now in 2021, Pokemon is arguably just as popular thanks to so many things, but it comes with so many different levels of fans. New, younger fans, hardcore fans that have stuck around for a really long time and know everything, and casual Gen 1 fans who just love Pokemon and Nintendo 64 and have a bunch of nostalgia. So, new Pokemon Snap, developed by Bandai Namco and the folks behind Pokken Tournament, really has a fine line to walk. For me, it didn't have to do much, just be cool, mildly fun, and make me smile. And yeah, mission accomplished. It's as simple as that. So what do you actually do here? You cruise through on-rails areas and take photos of Pokemon. You're consistently always trying to get better pictures, find new Pokemon, and capture them in better poses and framing and stuff like that while being graded on your photos. Now, as you progress, you get access to different items and lures that can bring Pokemon out or get them to do new poses. It's extremely relaxing, it's low stakes, and it's fun. It's honestly a breath of fresh air compared to what I've been playing lately, from like murdering everyone in Resident Evil 4 to Returnal kicking my ass. This is like the stress-free, fun video game time that some Pokemon fans might be looking for. You're in the Lental region and you're working with Professor Mirror, just another cool Pokemon professor dude, along with his sidekick Rita, who guide you through your nice adventure. The whole thing is presented with very, very good-looking cutscenes, and although it's simple, it works, and the Pokemon magic is there, especially thanks to some decent music too. Professor Mirror gives you your specialized Pokemon camera in the hopes of researching Pokemon more and learning more about a glowing Pokemon phenomena, and that's where it all goes. So when you're out there, it's completely on rails, like I said, like the classic game, and you cruise around pretty environments, almost like a safari, and you keep your eye out for Pokemon. The game rewards paying attention and being quick enough to get some good shots, but of course there's always some Pokemon that are just slowly meandering about too. It's still very much like the classic game, feels like you're going on a Pokemon ride, like you're just kind of cruising along, viewing things like you'd be at a theme park, or maybe it's like Jurassic Park and you're looking out of the Jeep window for the Dilophosaurus only to find out that it'll show up halfway through the movie and kill Newman from Seinfeld. Your camera, yeah, it can zoom, and it has a scan feature that kind of scans your environment for hints and stuff to learn more about the regions and the islands. It can also get the attention of some Pokemon when you do the scan button, so like I mentioned earlier, you can also use items to help out too after a point. But each area has a day and night version separately to visit, where different Pokemon show up. That's the fun of these games. Seeing or discovering one of your favorite Pokemon hiding in a bush, maybe you get lucky enough to get a quick shot of them, or maybe seeing Pokemon sleeping in a tree or goofing off doing funny stuff. That's where the casual fun thrill ride really lies, especially once you start seeing more of the Illumina Pokemon or glowing Pokemon. It's fun. After a run through a course, you sort through your photos you snapped and you pick your best photo of each Pokemon. They are then presented to Professor Mirror, who provides grades for each of them. The pose, the subject in the frame, how close, and what the Pokemon are doing all matter, as well as a couple of other factors, but it all seems a little finicky sometimes, where occasionally I'd be like, hey, dude, that photo is way better than the score you gave me, or it just didn't really account for one of the things I thought I nailed just as much as I did. But still, minor criticism, it is just fun. Like, you get that little endorphin rush of going on a run, snapping a bunch of photos, maybe even using up all of your limited photos, and then watching them all kind of cash in, get graded and get some rewards, it can be satisfying. Each course has a research level that you can progress through, and when you level up the research level, Pokemon in the area might behave or react differently sometimes, and things are just generally slightly changed. That's where your main progression is and how things kind of shake up. So you want to get each Pokemon doing a variety of different things, up to 4. And then, of course, within those 4s, you want the best possible, highest graded photo of each thing. You can save all your photos from an expedition to your camera roll and to your device. Before you save them, you can also crop or change them. They call it a resnap. So you kind of have like a nice little built-in editing feature there too, which is very cool and very 2021. And it's like kind of like a logical inclusion. In the lab hub, you can keep track of your photos. You can still edit them. You can go through your photo decks and you can view your accomplishments and little research titles that you earn on expeditions. The photo dex itself is sweet because you can also see on a map where you took every photo or view and sort by Pokemon. It's comprehensive, and the game also just keeps track of everything. Length of play, photos taken, Pokemon seen, you name it. Also, in the lab and camp here, you can access the online feature and view other people's photos. And you can basically upvote them with medals. And then you can view other photographers' rankings in each scoring category. There's just enough online stuff. It's not anything crazy that will be annoying or get younger kids in trouble. It's just straightforward, fun sharing of photos. It's not quite social media. It's a little bit more like a classic ranking type thing. But for what it is, it's simple and it works. If you can't tell by the way I've been saying this stuff, Pokemon Snap is really simple, man. There's not much to it. But I also don't technically mean that as a bad thing. There's plenty of Pokemon represented, both new and old, so there's something for every type of fan. It's not the most intense game, of course, but there's at least some stuff to chew into. So I think it kind of achieves that balance that I mentioned earlier. You know, it's a bit more comprehensive and a little bit more complex than the old classic game, but it still knows what it is. It still replicates that feel of hopping in a little safari bubble and cruising around with your camera out, hoping that your favorite Pokemon will pop out of a bush and do a backflip or give you the finger, I don't know. Pokemon Snap is just a good, fun, relaxing time. Getting hooked and enjoying and photographing your favorite Pokemon, believe it or not, after 20 years, does not get old. I am very happy to say that. Like, I'm kind of getting like happy chills. I'm getting like some warmth in me. It's just a nice, good thing, and I'm glad it exists for all types of Pokemon fans. But there's not too much more to dive into, guys. That's it. It's not really something that maybe I say run out and buy immediately right this second you need it, but it also isn't something I would never recommend you don't play, especially if you love Pokemon. I mean, come on. From the nostalgia factor, or maybe a newer fan factor, I think you're covered here. But this is a before you buy. You know how this works by now. I give you some pros, some cons, and some personal opinion, and now I want to hear yours down in the comments. Are you old enough to remember playing the original game? Did you love it? Have you played it since then and realized just how dated it is? Do you like this new one? Did you jump in? Were you considering it? Were you not even aware that it released this week and we just told you? Let's talk about anything Pokemon Snap or new Pokemon Snap down in the comments. Now, if you enjoy these before you buy videos and if we genuinely help you out, clicking the like button is the best way you can help us out, and we would really freaking appreciate it. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.